This video was filmed at an abandoned textiles factory, which closed suddenly in the last decade with mounting debts and the loss of over 70 jobs. We have explored other areas of this factory on previous visits, where access allowed us to enter. Often passing this location going elsewhere, we check to see if any areas are doable, and go in if we're lucky to find an open door or window. Featuring a complete workshop and fully stocked warehouse, this is a real time capsule of an explore. Let's go! We are at the back of the warehouse in this opening scene, where it has been used to store domestic doors in recent times. There are many containers of chemicals for dyeing fabrics left behind. These are now leaking, so we are being careful what we touch. Many large rolls of fabric are piled up in this area, most of them unused as they didn't get a chance to be made into anything before the factory suddenly closed.
The plant's still alive. It's a circular knitter there. Not in a good way, but that is a circular knitter. And another one. Look at that office. My God, no way, the stair there. I can see where this paper's from. I can't read it. It's a Daily Sport though. It's obviously a sport fan. This is amazing. It's really amazing, this place.
Due to the documents and the style of this office, we believe it was the warehouse manager's. If you used to work here and you know what this office was used for, please leave a comment. The pins that could be seen in this drawer are the knitting needle pins for these circular knitters.
Yeah, it's had a water leak, but this place is so intact. And this just full of business cards. Business card folder. This is the old Scout telephone. Lift it off the hook. Have you been in this area before? Yeah.
I didn't notice this at the time whilst concentrating on filming, but just to the left there is a clocking machine the employees for this area would have used to log their working hours. Interestingly, it's got an analogue clock and it's a proper old style stamp type clocking machine. And uniquely, it's not smashed, as most abandoned places do get smashed up by idiots.
This is the workshop. I've wanted to get in here for a very long time. Milling machine. The drill. Lockers. The bench grinder over there.
We are having to keep quiet at this point just so we don't attract any attention to ourselves. Also, there's a car garage nearby that seems to be laying claim to the entire site here at this mill, even though it's still technically owned by the government as they seized all the assets here. These are only rumours, but we're being careful anyway, as we always are.
Forklift over in an inspection pit. That's a battery charger for the forklift truck. The office. That's a pat tester. That's you know when you take stuff for pat testing, you put a sticker on it. That's what this machine is. It's a pat tester. Amazing.
At this point I'm just trying to take it all in, because usually when we get to places like this it's already been trashed and ransacked, whereas yes, this office is a bit messy, but it's pretty much as it was when this factory was open. I've got year planners there from 2004 and 2007 indicating the dates of when this place started to decline and close. Looking at the financial accounts, which are a public document by the way on the government gateway, this factory started to run into financial difficulty in about 2003 and it just started to spiral from there on.
Oh, look at that big old lathe.
A lathe is a machine tool that rotates a workpiece around an axis of rotation, and it can perform various operations such as cutting, sanding, drilling and refacing parts of machines from this textiles factory. They're quite a useful machine and they're not often left behind, but as you can see in this workshop there's forklifts, lots of tools, everything's just been left when the workshop and associated textiles mill closed very suddenly. So it really is a great find.
Exploring day would like it in here.
You would. There's a lot more light in here than last time.
Yeah.
Gotta be quiet though.
Yeah. The big drill bits. That literally decayed away to nothing. That's all there. All the drill bits. A pillar drill. You see that curtain behind Paul? What they'd use that for is they'd pull that in front of where they're welding and then they'd weld behind that. So you could have other people in the workshop doing other tasks, and they didn't have to wear welding goggles because it's like sunglasses and it stops the arc coming through. So otherwise you end up with something called arc eye, and it's very painful. Damages the eyes at the back. The light burns your eye, so it's horrible. So yeah, that's what that screen's for. So they could say weld that forklift truck, and other people could be on this bench just working without goggles on.
It's quite amazing after all these years that this lathe is still fairly functional. I think given a good clean up and a calibration, this lathe would actually work again without any problems. What I'm looking at here is that's the chuck key, and that is a 3-jaw chuck. That's where the workpiece would go in and be rotated. These are the controls for the motor and gearbox, setting the different speeds of the lathe. At the other side of the workshop there's a metal rack full of all different precious metals, and this saw here was to cut down the bulk materials. On the wall there is a COSH data file. That's control of substances hazardous to health.
There's like things left in the cupboards.
It was quite staggering during this explore how many things were just paused in time. On the explore last year of the Fabrics Factory, the machines on the production line are still loaded up with half finished garments.
Somebody forgot the cup. So we've got here, quick look round, we've got a pillar drill, that's a pillar drill, I've got a milling machine, this, that's some sort of for turning something down, that's Paul's phone that should be on silent. That's a press. Got workshop bench. Somebody's toolbox. We've got bench saw there, pedestal saw. Over here we've got a smaller pillar drill for little jobs, little jobber pillar drill. This is a lathe, a bench lathe, not bench lathe, a bed lathe. That's a grinder. They would use this to dress tools up, such as these are cutting tools, cutting and turning tools, like this one. That's the cutting edge there. And you could dress that up on here. They dress it up to keep a good sharp and get a good sharp edge on it. They dress that up on there. That's what they'd use this for. That's just a little workshop bench. Benches and racking. That lathe won't have turned since 2013. This place closed suddenly. Really old school fire extinguisher. That's a dry powder. It's really nasty stuff, that. This is the workshop.
At the back of the workshop, the forklift truck looked like it was having a major engine rebuild. Parts of the engine are in that white bucket and were being refabricated behind this curtain. Short of a good tidy up, this workshop could be back operational within a day really. There's nothing wrong. The roof was intact. Yes, the wall needs a good paint, bit of a tidy up, but yeah, it's an operational workshop waiting to go.
That's the workshop tour. Let's carry on. That's the fire alarm panel. Don't think that works no more. That massive chain. That's for a forklift. How big it is. Big that chain is compared to mine. Brilliant, I'm so pleased I've got in that workshop. Really pleased.
Directly in front of the camera there is the main sprinkler system stop valve.
I don't know what that was. Like a spray plant, dyeing plant or something.
Textiles factories, due to the cotton and the dust, do pose a big fire risk.
I don't think there's much around there. Massive bags of fabric. These are all stock that they never got to use. Just brand new fabrics. Circle in this are just dumped in the middle of it all. So this has been the abandoned Textiles Factory. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll be back every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 PM. Bye bye.
Looking over my shoulder, looking back at your door. In my head it goes over and over. Should I leave or want it more? Looking over